Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
And I'm afraid of no ghost.
And today we are taking a look at Ghostbusters, the video game.
Yes.
Which came out in 2009. And of course is an action-adventure game based on Ghostbusters. And it was released on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and on PC.
And there was one on the Nintendo Wii, which is the one I bought.
Now I had extreme difficulty actually getting this game when it came out. There wasn't actually a PAL or a UK release of the game.
Wow.
It went into America first, and then there was, at the time there was no actual release date for a UK release, so had to import the game.
Wow.
And looking at the prices of importing the game, I was just like, and then just randomly, I was in a second-hand store, and there it was, Ghostbusters pre-owned.
Yeah.
On the shelf, and I was like, there's only one copy of it. Like, I'm going to buy it. Like, who traded this in? You morons! And after purchasing that game, completing it, lent it out, and it never came back. So I had to go out and buy the game again, which thankfully by this time it is now available to buy.
Yeah.
I did actually look to buy it on PC first,
Right.
but couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh.
Nobody had it. Or it wasn't on Steam or anything like that, so I had to go and buy another version on the 360.
Yeah.
And of course, as soon as I got the game, I started playing it again. And right now you're loading up my save, which is just after the hotel, after sort of doing the tutorial.
Yeah, the Sedgwick
and
Hotel.
hunting down Slimer managed to escape again. And of course he went straight back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And now Stay Puft's turned up. And so what the game is doing at this point in time is just reliving Ghostbusters' greatest hits.
Yeah.
But as the new guy.
Yeah, I'm the rookie, because who you've got in there? You've got
Winston has literally just turned up.
Ray.
You've got Ray and Egon in there, I'm going to guess.
Is that Egon in there?
Yeah.
And then you got Winston and Peter back here. And yeah, you're playing the rookie who's just been assigned to them. So
And this is after the events of Ghostbusters 2 as well.
Is it? Yeah, is it?
It is. Because if I remember rightly, there is a painting, the painting of Vigo is at the fire station.
Yeah, in the basement of the fire
I think you can go and
station.
have a look at it. And I think he comments, like, the picture's still looking at him, funny.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
eyes keep following you.
Oh,
So, Ian, silly question.
Right.
I think it is anyway.
Yeah.
Do you like Ghostbusters?
I love Ghostbusters.
Right.
I've been a fan of the films since I was a kid. Watched all of the the cartoon series, the real Ghostbusters,
The real Ghostbusters,
the
one of my
extreme
favourite
Ghostbusters.
cartoons, yeah.
It was, and when a game like this came out, I was like, oh yeah, I really want to get it. But yeah, like you said, when it came out on 360, it was difficult to get. It was very expensive, and the wife went out because Dylan was getting big into Ghostbusters, and the wife went out and got it for the Wii, and so I'd heard a lot of people giving it grief about the change in the change in the graphics. So like in this one, it's very realistic. The characters look very much like they do, and it looks awesome. Where in the I got left trigger to slam. There we go. See, I'm so used to using the controller to slam. How do you throw out a trap?
I think it's the X button.
Is it X button? Right. So I'm gonna.
There you go. Yeah. So basically, you need to.
Gotcha.
Every ghost has a sort of health bar, which is like the green pips that come up around them.
Yeah, you got
do enough damage to them. You'll reduce those green pips so that you can then start slamming them into the walls and floors, which is crazy anyway, because you think ghosts would just go through it. Right?
Yeah.
But I think it's because you've got the proton beam on them, so that you can actually physically damage the ghost
more solid. Yeah,
and then you can daze them or stun them, so that you can easily trap them.
Yeah,
and of course you can fight them. The ghost will be pulling to the left or to the right to do damage. Now ghosts don't normally get up close to you to attack you. They like to throw everything at you. So like when you're in the hotel, they'll throw the tables and chairs at you.
And you got to destroy those kind of things.
Now you're out in the streets, the ghosts are going to be throwing cars or debris or anything that the ghosts can that they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
And the only criticism I have about the game is that obviously for the most part there's the 4 or 5 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And there's just proton beams everywhere, and they keep saying, "Don't cross the streams." Yeah. I'm like, well, I can't help it. There's proton streams everywhere.
Yeah, like I said, on the Wii version, what I really liked was you had the Wii motion control. So you used the remote to fire the stream, and then you pointed it around and moved it. And then when it came up to the slamming thing, you had to swing the remote in certain directions to slam them. And then you had to kind of wing the nunchuck to throw the trap out.
Okay,
so it really, really got you into being
into the motions. You were doing the physical motions. Of
it really started becoming a Ghostbuster, and I mean, the Wii version was very much more childlike. And it was just easier for Dylan to get into because it was just a kiddish, fun game.
Okay, so how old's Dylan at the moment?
He is going to be 8.
When did you introduce him to Ghostbusters, the film?
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I don't think you're dead.
No, I'm just down. Yeah. I introduced him. I think he was around about 6 years old. He started getting into the toys and really wanted to watch the films. So then we watched the films, but then I felt bad because there's a lot of adult stuff in the films.
Phantom blowjobs, you know, the gatekeeper and the keymaster
getting into it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a lot more adult than I remember it being.
Yes.
But he didn't see that.
But we didn't understand what was going on as kids.
He saw
those sequences.
Yeah, he just saw the proton streams. I love the fact that you make money the more stuff you destroy.
Yes.
Then, you know...
It's like because the government or the whatever pays the bill.
Yeah, and I'm like,
the bill
just destroy everything. Fuck it, just destroy
it's insurance.
Everything.
It's fine.
So you haven't got the upgraded abilities yet for your proton pack, have you?
No major abilities yet. Now on the proton pack itself, which I think is really cool, you can actually see you have the 2 green bars and the 3 blinking lights. That's your actual health bar. The red bars that fill up along the right hand side is how much energy you've used up, so you do need to vent your pack.
Yes.
If it's overheating. I don't think it actually does too much damage to you or anything.
No, it just stops you from shooting in the middle of a battle sequence, which can be a bit.
Yeah. Winston's down.
Yeah, I know, but I've got this ghost.
You need to trap him.
Go pull him near the trap. There we go. Got to get him right near the trap, so you got to pull him into it.
So yeah, I was a huge fan of Ghostbusters 1. As a child, watched it many times. If I, had to go to a babysitter's, I had to go to a relative's house.
Yeah.
What one film would be in my bag? Ghostbusters. Take Ghostbusters and watch it again. Easily past 2 hours.
That's right. This man has no dick.
What? Egon, always my favourite Ghostbuster. He was also my favourite Ghostbuster in the cartoons as well.
Yeah.
He was the first sort of major geek, in films that was portrayed in a positive way.
Yeah, it was cool to be a geek because they knew they had all the cool stuff. They had all the technology. You wanted to be the smart mouth. Peter Venkman, but honestly, he kind of winged half of his stuff.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Right, get a trap out. Go get a trap out. He's pulling. Slam him. There we go.
Also, absolutely loved the toys.
Yeah.
I remember the Egon toy. If you pulled their arms together, his sort of eyes would pop out of his socket, and his head would come up, and his tie would stick out.
We got Dylan the little postman with the. Who you pull the top part of his body and it would make a mouth in his chest.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Was it like it was like a thing monster?
Yeah,
wasn't
it was like a thing monster.
So I had quite a few of the ghosts. I had 3 of the Ghostbusters, but I never had Slimer or Marshmallow Man or the firehouse or the car. Yeah. Just the small ones because collecting toys. Obviously at a young age, I didn't realize how expensive they were. But when you look at movie licensed toys these days, or just look at Star Wars for an example.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god,
it is crazy. We ended up
happy with what I had though, because I played with those toys. I'd send the Ghostbusters after my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. Like it's a new kind of ghost.
Linda went out and because Dylan was massively into Ghostbusters, they released the Lego Ecto 1. Recently with all of the figures to coincide with the new film, and Dylan really wanted it, so Linda bought it, and I turned around to her and I said, well, how much was that? She's like, it's 50 quid. I'm like, we're giving a 7-year-old a 50 quid Lego set, and he enjoyed it for a while, and then that Ecto 1 is like in a million pieces now.
Oh no.
I have no idea where the Ghostbusters
you don't even know which parts are.
There's just
Ecto 1.
There are just proton pack parts just lying all over the place, and I'm like, oh, what? No.
It's Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Ghostbusters 2? You know, it's one of the most unfavorably looked upon sequels.
I really like Ghostbusters 2. I really like it just because it gave me more and it expanded on the lore a bit more. And I don't. How am I getting out of that? There we go. And you know, it for me it was like Ghostbusters just wasn't just a singular event. You know, we can make a sequel out of it.
Yeah. Well, it could have been a franchise, but then it was, you know, the Bill Murray situation.
Yeah.
And not wanting to do it anymore. And so that is why I hold this game in such real high regard, because this for me is Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
The movie that we're never going to get. Obviously, Bill Murray never wanted to keep doing Ghostbusters. Unfortunately, Harold Ramis passed away, 4 years ago at this point?
Yeah.
And so this would be his last ever contribution as the character of Egon.
Yes.
And I can't ever imagine another Ghostbusters movie without this cast. Say what you will about the new Ghostbusters movie, my brain is slowly making me forget that it even exists.
That film's not massively terrible.
That film is terrible. It's insulting. It's derivative.
No.
It's lazy.
It's
hack writing.
There are
it's
worse
lazy
movies.
performances.
There are worse movies.
There are worse movies,
There are
but
worse
that
movies.
one is, you know, fuck it. That Ghostbusters 20 whatever girl power film is in the bin. You know, it's in the forget me bin, and it will never get a sequel. It just doesn't deserve it. It was horrible, and I like some of the actors that are in that film.
Yeah. It's not the worst movie, but then at the same time, if I had to choose, I would watch the other Ghostbusters movies first. But then, just for shits and giggles, I'll watch more proton packs. You know, I'll watch more shit get zapped. As stupid as it can be with all the things that go on in the new Ghostbusters movie. I like the female Egon. She was hot.
Yeah, it's such a base reason to like a character.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Let's not go there, shall we?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Let's
I
not
don't
go
even want to go to Ghostbusters 3, but, you know, yeah, you kind of have to bring it up when you're talking about Ghostbusters now. It's
Yeah,
just an
you have to.
shame.
It's in there, but
It was. I mean, just the fact that the other three, you know, had cameo appearances in it, was just so bad.
Yeah, but
So bad.
but the funny thing is, it's like if you say to certain people of nowadays generation about watching Ghostbusters from
Ghostbusters
the
1,
80s,
surely it still holds up. I mean, I know
Not-
we have nostalgia tinted glasses when we watch it, but surely it holds up.
That's the thing, not for everybody. You know, Peter Venkman does come across as a fucking egotistical pig.
So does Han Solo. You know?
Yeah, and Han Solo bought it in one of the movies, so you kind of redeem it by going, "Oh, okay, he's dead." Peter, you never want that to happen to Peter.
Yeah.
And
But he's the rogue, you know, the lovable rogue. You know? That's that character type.
I know, dude. I'm not going against it, but at the same time, I'm just saying, look from other people's arguments.
I mean, I don't think visually the film's ever suffered either from the special effects. I think they still look fantastic
Special
today.
effects still
The ghost-
stand up.
Still
yeah.
terrifying in places, especially that librarian
The
ghost.
librarian ghost, yeah,
Yeah.
that's always the one that sticks with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver, goddamn, when she's falling across the bed.
When she's been attacked in her chair and the arms burst up through it and
yeah.
drag her into the kitchen.
And one of them cops a feel, and you're like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, that guy had a good day. It's like, guys, I haven't washed his hand in 30 years.
I touched Sigourney. So it should be worth saying that, you know, like I said, it's a miracle this game ever got made. That the fact that they got all 4 voice actors to
Yeah.
come back, that it was written by Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd, who had, you know, toyed around the idea, kept writing scripts for Ghostbusters 3 that never got made, and obviously they used one of those scripts to make this one, and then, you know, shaped it so that it fits the video game format of the tutorial missions, reminding you about everything that made Ghostbusters great before going on to the new big bad of this one.
Yeah.
But the game itself also had lots of troubles where multiple times the game was delayed and multiple publishers were changed.
Yeah.
Obviously, the North American version, it was all published by Atari, while in Europe and the PlayStation, it was all handled by Sony Computer Entertainment. Of course, it was Terminal Reality that, of course, developed the game.
Yeah, like I said, the Wii version I had, there were some glitches in it, and it kind of got annoying. Like a level would just crash, and you're like, God damn it! I was so far towards the end.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember on the 360, I was going for the platinum trophy, and was like 2 or 3 achievements that are permanently not unlockable.
Wow.
And there was obviously forum pages that you could go to and just say, hey, these achievements are broken, we cannot platinum the game on the 360 at least.
Yeah.
And there was at least 1 patch or maybe 2 patches for the game, but they never fixed those, so you can never platinum and get all the points in the game.
Damn.
Which is really frustrating and really annoying. Now, a game like this, you'd also expect there to be some kind of co-op play, but not for the single player.
There was a 2-player mode on the Wii version.
What, for the single player?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
me and
great.
Dylan played through as we were both basically.
Maybe there was on the 360 version a co-op story mode. I just didn't think
we
there was.
we were both basically the rookie.
Okay.
We were playing the same character, but the fact that we were going round level with the other Ghostbusters, blasting everything with our proton
That's
packs,
cool,
it was really good. And that was the thing. Like I said, I remember the Wii version coming out, and people, oh, this one's the worst one, and yet it had so much more going for it than this version. That's why I kind of prefer that one, because I was able to feel more like a Ghostbuster with the controls. It felt like an old school cartoon from the 80s because of the graphics, and the fact I was able to play it with Dylan.
Yeah,
both of us playing as not the main characters, but I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
I was able.
It was great to be there with the main characters.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be them.
I was my own Ghostbuster, and I was working with them. And I love the little bits, like during the missions, you have to go back to the firehouse, and you just get to wander around the freaking firehouse.
Yes, yeah, just listening to the answer machine messages.
Yeah,
walking up to Janine's desk.
Yeah, going down into the basement,
looking at the trap center. What's it called? The
big generator thing in the basement. It's gonna come. It'll come to me in a minute.
Big fans.
Yeah, the big generator thing in the basement.
Yeah, they store all the ghosts in the containment unit.
Containment unit. Yes, I knew we'd get to it. I need to keep him in there. Right.
What were your favourite ghosts in the movies?
I've always been a big fan of the Titanic turning up.
The Titanic
and
turning up.
Ghostbusters 2. Better late than
just
never.
Arrived.
I
like it's the Solarian brothers. The Solarian brothers.
The Scolari brothers.
The Scolari brothers in the court. Yeah.
Tried him for murder. Gave him the chair. Why don't you tell him you just don't believe in ghosts? Slimer's always a good one.
Yes.
I always like that little zombie when the guy gets into the
cab.
The
zombie cab driver. Yeah.
That was always cool. It's just had so much going for it, and I mean, I
always liked. I think they're in New York Park. Central Park, and they're sat on the bench, and there's just the jogger ghost. I'm like, he's not terrifying or anything. He's just, he's just working off his ectoplasm. Trapped.
Yeah, trapped. I like I said, I know what people think about the newest movie, but with the generation that it is, you had to try it for a new generation. Yeah, because everybody loves Ghostbusters, but
I love the idea of Ghostbusters as well.
But unless you were there originally...
Well, the first film was lightning caught in a bottle, It was the director, the writers, the cast, the time the film came out, the special effects, the production, everything was just perfect.
Yeah,
so that's why the sequels obviously looked down upon, because you just couldn't recapture it. You can try, but it's only going to imitate it.
That's the thing. And even if Harold and Dan had got the rights to do Ghostbusters 3.
Well, they did. It was just Harold. It was Bill Murray just saying, "Nah, no, I'm not doing it."
Yeah, because
and the studio wouldn't sign off unless they had the biggest star in the franchise.
But that's the thing. Wouldn't it not just have been just another one of those cash movies? How far would they have taken it to? Would we have had a Ghostbusters 4, a Ghostbusters 5?
It could have been that way, but if they kept the writing up to a standard, kept the comedy in there, I would have loved the continuing adventures of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but I kind of understand Bill Murray's thought. He
Yeah.
wanted to do other things.
Yes.
He has done some brilliant
and
roles
in
outside of
in
him.
a way, I'm kind of glad because it does keep the purity
Yes.
of these two Ghostbusters films. I'm going to say 3, including this one, because when you look at cut sequences like this, where you've got all the Ghostbusters there, all their voice actors, and there's quite a few cut sequences in the game. Not you got the pre-rendered ones like this, but there's other ones where the characters are just talking and milling about, and
Yeah.
referencing events in the other films, which is just
Yeah.
Just love it.
Nostalgically, it's like a fucking cum fest.
yes, Marshmallow Fest.
Marshmallow fest, sorry.
Look at that guy.
I
Could you hurt him?
I used to have that toy and then I drew all over it. That's what you do with your toys when you're kids. You don't go, oh, I'm going to save this for 30 years. You fucking draw all over it and change it into something else. Yeah, just nostalgically, it's amazing. But
Yeah,
you know,
So the game did also have, like I said, other than the co-op play, it had multiplayer mode, which
Yeah.
was pretty much just a horde kind of mode. You
Yeah.
know, very small areas with constantly respawning more aggressive, tougher, different types of ghosts,
yeah,
which was fine. You know, it filled a few evenings of replayability, but nothing too much. There is also the replayability of playing through the campaign again to try and find all of the evil artifacts.
yeah. Give
which
you all the
have
history.
the history and the lore of lots of different ghosts and the locations. Nothing really exciting, but enough. Obviously, if you were going for the platinum trophy on different systems, you might still be able to do so.
Yeah, they went into a lot of good historical lore detail for a lot of the ghosts. Oh, I just got stomped. You know, where like you come across a ghost for the first time, and as soon as you zap it, it says, "Look, we put it in your archive," and you
Yeah.
read it, and you realise there's a history.
If you do also get your PKE meter out and scan the different ghosts, you get more information on their weaknesses.
Yes.
Because there are upgrades. Oh, that was a big slam.
That was a big slam.
You get upgrades to your proton pack, so you have lots of different firing modes.
that can only affect there's purple slime. You need to get rid of the
Yeah.
purple slime to be able to.
Oh.
Did I die? I think I
You
died.
did die.
No, a cut sequence.
Nope.
There's purple slime, so you need a certain part of your proton pack to get rid of the slime, and you need to switch back to your proton stream to be able
Yeah.
to damage it.
Yeah.
There are ghosts that possess objects, so you've got to destroy the object
That
first.
they're possessing, yeah.
You know, and then take on the ghost. Oh, I got stomped.
You definitely
again.
got stomped.
Definitely. I was trying
I think
to
you
get
needed to pull
past-
back. I think you
trying
got to
to
pull
get
back.
past him. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of detail into it. But I mean, saying that, if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, you bought this game as soon as it came out.
I would, yeah.
You know, you blasted through it. You did everything through it. So
Oh, just on this loading screen. You know, if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, the song, you're gonna love to hate the song Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You know, it's like whenever I rewatch the real Ghostbusters, you know, every episode has the song open it,
Yeah.
at the end of it,
Yeah.
and during the middle of the episode, it will play the songs. That's like 3 times. And if you've got the DVD, the main menu is the song. When you're changing episodes, it's the song.
I
When you
always
play
love
this
that.
game, the loading screen is the song. During the game, it's going to play the song. When you go back to the firehouse, it's going to play the song. When you go to the main menu of the game, it's going to play the song.
I remember watching you play this, and the song came up, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's really
And
cool."
I had the controller
Yeah.
nearby for the mute button. I was like, I'm not listening to it
We
anymore.
died like
I
2 or 3 times and just had to mute it because we were getting so sick and tired of
I
the song.
cannot bear to stand hearing it anymore. Like, you go out to a nightclub and it's the middle of the night and they go, you know what, everyone? Here's Ghostbusters.
You're like, for fuck's sake!
What are you doing? Make it stop. How do you stop it?
I always felt the same whenever it did that. Dun 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 dun. And you're like,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake, again.
Yeah, there's only so much of it you can take. Yeah, so small doses.
Small
If you-
doses,
You
yeah.
can't overdo Ghostbusters because you're just gonna.
You say that my son, my wonderful son, when he got we got him a Playmobil Ecto 1,
Yeah.
which comes with which
Does
comes
it have
with
its own siren?
got its own siren, flashes its own lights, and
Yeah.
when he realised he could just take that bit off and carry it round with him, That's what he did. So he'd be
didn't
running
even
around
need
the
the car
house. He didn't
anymore.
even carry the car. He just ran around the house with this thing in his hands, and every now and again you'd hear, wah, wah, wah.
Oh,
And if
wow.
you told him not to play it because it got annoying, he would just make the noise.
Yeah.
So after a while, all I'm hearing is Dylan go, wah, wah. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I'm just that's reminded me because me and my brother obviously grew up playing Ghostbusters, watching Ghostbusters, playing all the different Ghostbusters video games, either on the Game Boy or
Yeah.
on the Spectrum. You know, there's loads of different Ghostbusters games. When Mum and Dad were divorced, weekends with my dad, end of a Sunday evening, Dad would drop me and my brother back home to Mother's, and me and my brother would wind down our windows in the back seat of the car, and we would be leaning out of the windows with our proton packs going, trapping
Oh, God.
pedestrians. And because we're like, ghost, it's 6 o'clock.
Remember that little styrofoam bit you used to get on the end of your proton
Yes,
pack
yeah,
and wiggle
yeah,
around?
So we always used to pretend that we were in the Ecto 1 when we were getting dropped off home again.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. That's how much of an impact, you know. You just wanted to be a Ghostbuster. And that feeling has never really gone away. And the love for these characters is never going to go away.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can understand that the film, the second film at least, has problems. This game has its issues. You know, it has some horrible bugs. It crashes sometimes. Sometimes the level won't progress because it's just glitched. You know,
The loading screen is annoying as
screens are
fuck.
annoying as hell. But you know, I don't care. You know, I get to go to the hotel and hunt Slimer.
Yeah.
I get to fight Marshmallow Man in New York City.
And this game's not got a bad story to it.
It's a really good story. It would have been
A good film as well,
a good
yeah.
Ghostbusters 3.
I mean, I think Peck turns up as well.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
everyone
story.
cameos. I think Rick Moranis' character doesn't turn up, and I don't think Sigourney.
I don't
turns
think
up.
Sigourney Weaver's character turns up either, but
No.
I know Walter Peck turns up. 'Cause
Yes.
I remember, I think I had to save him on one level because he's
Yeah,
been captured
yeah.
by ghosts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend this game, and
Yes. Yeah.
I would also-
It needs to be in your collection on one platform or another.
yeah, don't listen to all of the people's views of, you know, play it on this and don't play it on that, because they've all got their good points and they've all got their bad points. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed playing it on the Wii with my son, with the Wii motion controls. It really got me into it. The graphics weren't as good as they are on the Xbox 360, but it's on the Wii. I didn't expect it to be.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, it made me want to watch the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah.
Playing this makes me feel like I am part of the film franchise, though, and so if that's what you need, then get it on the 360, get it backward compatible.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get it on the PC, play it through again. Once you've completed it,
Yeah.
you'll probably not ever go back to it because you'll have your memories of how good you enjoyed it on the first playthrough.
Yeah.
So playing it again, you might.
Well, the thing is, I'm in the process of playing it again because I was in the mood to watch Ghostbusters 3, and I
Yeah.
went, oh, I don't have it anymore.
Right.
Like, I need to complete my set again, and so if I wanted, I can watch Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and then play 3.
Yeah.
And so for me, I need to have it and always have it so that it's there if I ever want to revisit it, because it's a good enough story with
Yeah.
the characters that I love that it's worth revisiting again. Of course, I'm playing it on at the moment. The difficulty is on its easiest difficulty setting, which is bust ghosts.
Yeah. I was
Experience the story.
There's I don't know if you could see just up in the top left corner, there was a creature that we had to kill to progress the mission.
but
he was stuck
Marshmallow was
behind
in the way.
No,
Yeah.
he was stuck behind a truck, so me going to get it, the Marshmallow Man
Going
fucking
to step
squashes
on you,
me.
so yeah, so you weren't going to be able to get it.
Fucking Ghostbusters.
So yeah, you know, I highly recommend the game. Play it on easy, play it for the story, then wait a few years, and if you feel the need, play the story through again. It's good enough that it's worth the 20. I think I paid 20 quid.
Yeah.
or $20
Yes,
just to get the game today. I could also see, you know, this game going out of print. You know, the distributor. It's not. I couldn't see it on Steam anymore. So getting hold of a copy, it's worth at least having in your collection now in case it becomes one of those difficult to catch games.
Yeah, one of those games that just in the future you've got nothing to play it on.
Definitely. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next Friday with another video game. Of course, new film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Take it easy. Get back! Ah! You know, this guy only just wants to get laid, right?
Well, he is a sailor.
He is a sailor.
Yeah.